How long have you been wearing a tie?
What? Ah.
Can see who's going to have to wear the ties in this house.
Come in.
Oh, can we see you for a moment?
I think I know why you're here. Sit down. I was about to send for you. It's probably time I owed you an explanation. I haven't exactly been handling things as well as I should lately. I've been trying to keep a balance between doing my job properly and keeping certain quarters of the department happy. Unfortunately, it's not that simple.
Has this got anything to do with McNally?
Indirectly, yes. It seems our friend does have a few connections.
You mean you were told to give her special treatment?
Of course not. But I was advised not to make waves. Let us say I was to be a bit more flexible. It seems to be a political situation, and I am caught in the middle.
Well, what are you going to do about it?
I don't feel I can work under these conditions, so I have tendered my resignation to take effect as soon as possible.
Sorry, I froze. I just didn't know what to say in front of all those people.
Oh, it's my fault. I initially only wanted you to observe. I didn't expect people to start hurling questions at you. By the way, I've been thinking about this Dr. Miller. Do you think you could arrange for me to meet him?
Why?
I'd like to get him to one of our meetings. I'll speak to him myself, of course, but an introduction would help.
No, I'd really rather not. Not just yet, anyway.
Look, Karen, I know that it's very difficult, but you've got to be more self-confident. Self-pity is not going to help. The longer you put things off, the harder it is going to be.
You people amaze me. You and all your theories. I've served my time, but that's not enough. I'm still serving time because no one will let me forget it. I mean, who wants to employ an ex-crim? The potential danger's still there, isn't it? So you lie, cheat, change your name. Anything to stop from feeling worthless. Get a job, any job, just so you'll feel accepted. And all the time you're afraid that somebody's going to find out. Will you try living a lie sometime and see how it feels? But don't go telling me about confidence and self-pity.
It would help if she trusted people a little more. Not everybody's going to reject her.
Or use her?
Maybe the means justifies the ends.
You get a whole lot more out of these and they don't burn your throat. A lot of fuss about nothing, if you ask me. I wouldn't give you tuppence for it.
Oh, and you mean you don't reckon they didn't go to your head?
Of course not. Got too much strength of character for that.
Oh, go on, Lizzie. You were worse than any of us.
Never.
But you'll be laughing on the other side of your faces when Bea finds out.
And who's going to tell her? You'll be out of here by the time she's out of solitary. And there's no way you're going to see her before then.
Yeah, and I got a fair idea who fixed that. Outside, Ferguson. Oh, what for? Don't question me. I said outside. I'm not the one you ought to be picking on. And I think you could manage a bit of work, Birdsworth.
Oh, fair go, Miss Bennett. You know me. I've never been known to shirk a hard day's work in me life. Even hurts me to have a smoke.
You won't all be so smug for too much longer. You don't like McNally much, do you? Oh, come on, Ferguson. I'm not blind.
So what? Is that a crime now?
Well, you wouldn't want Smith to have any trouble getting her position back with the women, would you?
Nothing much I can do about that.
There might be.
Why do you want to help Bea?
Let's just say that I dislike McNally more than I do Smith. And maybe you could help take that smile off her face.
What good would that do? She's already got all you screws bowing and scraping to make sure she has an easy time.
All that's going to change.
Oh, yeah, I've heard all that before.
We can't put a stop to McNally's influence until we get something on her.
And you want me to turn lacquer, right?
It'd be helping Smith.
Okay, Vera. But you better make sure McNally doesn't find out who snitched.
I keep my word.
I've got something might interest you, but I want to get into CB.
I get anything on McNally and you'll see her.
Pretty good on your record, wouldn't it, Vera?
Never you mind. Now get on with it.
She got in another load of contraband yesterday.
I knew I was right. Where is it?
It's stashed right under your noses.
It was a question of knowing where to get the right information. I didn't think I was wrong. I've been at this job long enough to go on my intuition.
Don't worry, Miss Bennett. I'll make sure I mention your efficiency in my weekly report. But as you argued previously, even if we find the contraband, how are we going to connect it with McNally?
I don't think that matters anymore. The main thing is to stop her influence over the women. When we confiscate this lot, they'll realize that she isn't quite as clever as she makes out. And by taking away further privileges, we might even get them to speak out against her. Either way, we'll show them who runs this prison.
I'm quite sure you're capable of handling this on your own, Miss Bennett.
Come on.
Vera will make governor yet.
I doubt it. But if she does, I think I'll be handing in my resignation too.
Oh, she couldn't do a worse job than I've done, Meg.
That's rubbish, and you know it. You've done more for Wentworth than everyone else put together.
Does that include not being able to find a doctor to work here?
There must be other doctors who want the position.
Oh, I'm not blaming Dr. Miller or anyone else. Come in. Yes?
Everything all right?
Oh, that was most delicious, thank you. This cold weather makes you so hungry. Oh, before I forget, this is for looking after me so well.
Oh, it's all part of the service.
Oh, you deserved it, dear.
Thank you very much.
Oh, and I forgot my bill when you're ready.
Yes.
What's this, love?
The lady was choking. I turned around to get her a drink of water, and when I came back, she'd gone.
One of the oldest tricks in the book, and you fall for it. Where have you been all your life,
You
huh?
can take it out of my wages.
I'm sorry, love. I think you and I both know this isn't the place for you. Look, the type of jokers I get here, you've got to be able to pick them. I can't always be watching you.
Oh, but Frank,
I think the best thing for you to do is to find yourself a higher class of place to work.
please, I need the job.
That girl like you should be able to get a job anywhere.
Just one more chance. I know I can do it.
I'd like to be able to help you, but look, I'm a businessman. I've got to have a girl who's been around. You're too good for the job. That's your trouble.
Hurry up, it must be there somewhere. Get out of my way, I'll have a look.